Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. So this video we'll see how to create an automated policy change through a batch process. Last video we saw about script parameter and creation of batch process, the schemas. In this video we will see the logic. We are going to create a automated policy change and we will add this batch process in the scheduler config.xml. First we will add this batch in the scheduler config.xml, and I have already written the logic in the do work method. We will see what it is actually. Okay, let me go to scheduler config.xml. Here I have added my batch process. Here we need to provide our batch code and we need to provide the hours. I provided 4. 4 means it is a 4 a.m. every day, 4 a.m. it will run the batch. That is how it is defined. Okay, so we need to do this way. I'll provide this scheduler config.xml, this tag in the comment section. Now let's go back to the automated policy change. So this is the class which we created in the last video. This video we will review the logic. So what I'm doing, the script parameter, whatever I have created, from there I'm getting policy numbers. It's no need to be only one policy number. We can run the batch for multiple policy numbers. That's why I have created a standard call with the 3 colons. You provide a policy number and provide 3 colons followed by provide one more policy number. Like that we can provide number of policies, how many we want to create a policy change. So getting the policy numbers from the script parameter and splitting with the 3 colons. First I'm comparing in my policy period whether this policy number exists or not. If this policy number exists, so I kept if condition. If policy number exists, if we get policy period, it goes if condition, else it will log. So make sure guys, whenever we are doing right, we need to log the things with respect to policy numbers, which policy number user entered and what was it. Here in my case, I have utilized PC Financial Logger. When it comes to the projects, right, we can go with respect to our structured loggers. In cloud version we all got structured loggers. Structured logger dot integration we can utilize. So here I have not used structured loggers. Instead of that I used PC Financial Loggers. And then if policy period exists, I kept in the try catch block because I am using new bundle. If something goes wrong, right, we need to catch the exception. That's why I kept everything in the try catch and make sure it is for each policy number. If one policy number fails, right, it should not impact for other policy numbers. That's why I kept try catch for each policy number. If you keep try catch on the whole, right, if it fails for one policy, then it's done and dusted for whole policy numbers. So make sure whenever we are handling try catches, right, we are going with respect to policies. Then when we are logging exception, make sure we are logging with respect to policy numbers and stack trace of the policy. I saw most of the projects where people were not logging either stock trace or else policy numbers, but make sure we need to log policy number as well as stack trace. Then only in production or else in any environments, if you get error, right, we can easily identify with respect to policy numbers and we can fix the issues. And coming back to our code, I am running the things in the new bundle. Create policy change entity and provide the description and going with the current date. If the current date is greater than latest period edit effective date and less than period end, I am starting my policy change job with the current date, adding a 3 days extra. In case if it is other than this condition, that means backdated policies, it's not backdated. In case of future dated policies, let's suppose if today is when I am recording that this video, right, September 13, 2025. Today, September 13, if my policy effective date is September 4, then if condition will satisfy, if it will go here. In case of September 14 or September 15, it will not satisfy here because September 15 is greater than current date. So current date is September 13. Here it will be September 15. So it will not satisfy. It goes with the period start of the policy. And then I am logging the history event where automated policy change is created. and going with request code and bind method. This complete transaction I am doing with int user, because in production we always use integration daemon only. So let's go to once and we will see. So this is the batch which we created. It was not scheduled because I just added before this call only, sorry, before this session only in the scheduler. We need to restart our system to reflect in the scheduler. Now go back to policy center, go to the script parameter. So I have provided some dummy policy numbers just to verify whether my code is working fine or not. So it is going else condition and logging the things. Let's show you once. Let me check before that whether int user exists or not. Okay, int user is not exist. Obviously it will throw an error. So meanwhile what I will do, I'll change this int user to su user. So we made some change. We need to do compilation. So I'm doing recompile. Meanwhile, let's run the job once. Policy change reason. Run it. So we can see there is no policy period associated to these policy numbers. So it is not creating any policy change job. Now let's go back, return to policy center. I have created two policies for this. So one is this policy where effective date is 9/15 and today's date is close date is 9/13. Let me go and note down the policies so that we will add over there. I'll just keep note over here policy numbers. This is one, and one more policy I do have it. This is one more. Now let's add these policy numbers in the script parameter. Administration, utilities, script parameters, policy numbers, edit, delete it, three colons, and one more policy I need. This one, go back, update. Okay. Let me keep debuggers. Anything which we get catch, else everywhere I kept. Okay. Now go to local alt shift T policy change creation and run it. Yes, one policy came. F8, F8. Let's see what is the policy period. Yes, we have policy period. Yes, it's created. We are checking. Yeah, policy change is going with current date, add days of 3. Yes, it started. History event is done. And now quoting the policy. Looks like quote is started. Yes, forms are inferring. Denormalization is done. Yeah, policy is quoted. And now binding the policy. Yes, policy is done. Now for another policy. Here it is going with policy period start because one policy is future, one policy is backdated. Yeah, this is also done. Yes, there is no exception for both policies. Batch also completed. Go to the studio, sorry, local host, return to policy center. I'm going to the policy. Yes, we can see policy is bound here with the effective from 9/16. So we can see automated policy change in the description. If I go history, data change, policy change is created and data change from the super user. Because the user is SU, we utilized automated policy change is created. This is fine. Now go to another policy. This one. Yes. So here also it is created in both cases for backdate and future date. For future dated policy, effective date was 9/15 and backdated policy, it was current date plus 3 days. Let's go and verify there as well. This is the policy change. So it policy period effective was 4/17. The current date which I gave 9 current date plus 3 days. So today is 9/13. It added 3 more days. So 9/16. Now let's go. Let's perform one policy change over here with effective from 9/16. If I provide next, it is showing out of sequence. Even though earlier policy change effective date was 9/16 and current policy change effective is 9/16, it is so showing out of sequence. This is one of the issue which we need to fix. In next video, I will tell how to fix this out of sequence warning message on the screen. The reason is when we go and see over here current date line number 36, right? We are directly going with the current date of current. Today is 9/13 with respect to today's time. Now the time is at around 10 o'clock. The same time will go over here. We are not trimming this one. So that's where we are getting this issue. I already explained in another video where I have explained all these things. So this is the issue which we faced recently in our project also. Now also we faced this issue. We will see in the next video how to resolve that that out of sequence warning message on the policy info screen. Basically, we should not get it. If I add here, what we need to do for the fix, trim to midnight, add minutes, 1. This will resolve the issue, but policy already impacted. We will see. So now I have fixed it. I am going here. We will test with one more policy. Copy submission, code the policy, bind issue policy. Yes, I have issued one more policy in the same account. Let me give same policy number in the script parameters. Script parameters, policy number, edit it. I'll provide only one policy. I do not want another one. Yes, compilation is done. Now if I go and run the batch policy change, sorry, I didn't run. Yeah, let me mute it. Send looks like it is done. Return to policy center, policy, go here. Yeah, policy is created. Now if I create a change policy with effective from here, right, it will not show out of sequence because we fixed the issue. In earlier policy, it was showing out of sequence. So we will fix this issue in my local. When we get similar type of issue, right, how we are going to fix, I will tell you, okay, in the next video. Thank you for watching this video, guys. We will see in the next video where we are going to fix this policy change. It should not show out of sequence. Yeah, thank you for watching.